In the training programs that we deliver, there are some core competencies that make up emotional intelligence. And so those core competencies fall under basically your self-awareness, then your emotional management, and then your emotional connections to other people. And we have a tool set called Emotional Intelligence, or EI competency cards. So they kind of list the competency on the front, and they have a tool and a way for you to approach that more effectively. So the emotional or self-awareness competencies are your self-awareness, your level of self-esteem, which I find is probably a key indicator in all the coaching work I've done, where I really get to know leaders closer, that self-esteem really holds people back. It's amazing how the negative self-talk really sabotages your best performance when other people don't even think that about you. So from that foundational level, the self-awareness, the components of that, the competencies, are made up of your ability to have good self-esteem, your emotional self-awareness, and then your ability to have optimism, that you can overcome setbacks. That's another part of that foundational level of self-awareness. And then your emotional management is your adaptability, flexibility, your ability to be an authentic leader and to really be vulnerable. I mean, that's a key component of a great leader, is for them to be okay every once in a while saying, I don't know. So your ability to be authentic, your adaptability, flexibility. Oh, your impulse control. I think that's a big one. It's a challenge for me. So your ability to not, I think it's part of my Italian background. My mom's 100% Italian. My dad was Russian. So we definitely don't have any tempers on that side of the family. That's why I'm in emotional intelligence, right? Just to help my family out at Christmas. But basically, your ability to have impulse control. So that's not just, I'm not talking about online shopping at midnight, but I'm talking about the ability to not say something that you might regret, or do something, or respond, just right off the cuff, to kind of sit back and think about what you're going to say before you react. And then your emotional connections to other people are your levels of empathy, your coaching other people, your good listening skills. So that all has to deal with emotional intelligence, breaking it down to those core competencies, and then looking at individuals and where can they practice some new tools. So do they need to practice on being a better communicator? Do they need some tools around coaching other people? Do they need to look at their level of optimism? Is that what's holding them back? Do they need to be more self-aware? And then different organizations value certain competencies. So I think that's a key component. We've done some work with the U.S. Navy, for example, in the past, and adaptability, flexibility is a key component of being successful in the Navy, which I think we would understand why. Now, I think if we were working with an accounting firm, I don't think adaptability, flexibility is the top core competency that you need to be successful. So it also depends on your position within an organization and what competency around emotional intelligence is most important for you to have long-term success.